Flash Print is a creative design and print store. When students arrive here, the first thing that they get to do is get trained on all of the equipment and learn how to provide customer service. And then eventually, as they get more comfortable with that piece, I challenge them with the thought of starting up their own business or starting up their own ventures. We start to think about and talk about what possible student-run ventures can exist here at the school, and the students start to create prototypes that they feel that they can sell. As they're creating those prototypes, they learn about the costs and the production phase of all of this, and eventually they need to actually seek permission to launch their actual venture here at the school. And that's a fairly large component to their experience here at Flash Print. So once that's done, then it's kind of fun because they move into a production phase and they're building their inventory and figuring out what their booth's gonna look like, figure out what their tables setup's gonna look like, and then we spend approximately 10 days selling at the Maker Market here in the atrium.
My guidance counselor told me that this class had like a smaller amount of people, so it was more like the teacher could focus more on each individual student, and that sounded really appealing to me, to be in a smaller class.
I did take many business courses before, but that was just like the typical, middle management. It wasn't hands-on, but this is hands-on. It was the actual experience. We got a taste of like how to own a business, how to start it. I think I just enjoyed the whole course overall.
Coming up with the ideas and making the designs, we weren't really sure what was going to work and what was going to sell, so we had a lot of thinking to do in terms of, like what we should put on our hoodies. So I think that's my favorite part, just the designing part.
The print shop was my favorite. I love seeing the process of printing, especially like the big machinery. It's really cool.
Flash Print is very lucky to have a community member, a business mentor, and a resource partner at YRDSB Printing Services, Don Fox in particular, who always is so open to helping out my student entrepreneurs to actually print and trim out those business cards. And so my students get an opportunity to compare and contrast our facility against his professional facility, see how things are done differently, but also realize that there are some similar things that we do.
I gained how to do customer service, which my first language is not English, and talking to someone with English is her or his first language is a little bit hard for me. And through the training part for this course, I gained some experience to learn how to handle with our clients in English.
Actually, I like some presentation here can practice my speaking skills. So this part is the most I like.
Because I think so interesting and I can improve my English and some, just some English I need to improve.
Because I wanted to learn how to properly use money. I joined Flash Print. Miss Passion is a good teacher, and it helps with all the like money-wise, all the number-wise. And she made it easier by teaching us ahead of time how to use the machines before we even start our venture. And she made it easy for everyone to be involved and all that.
So originally I thought I was one of like very few people who wanted to be an entrepreneur, but after being in this course, I'm surrounded by a bunch of other entrepreneurs, and I think it's very cool being in the same room and working together with them. I think I've gained a lot of experience from this course, and one of my takeaways from this course is that you always have to be prepared, and there's a lot of hard work that goes into it, but it does pay off. So that's one of my takeaways.
My view of entrepreneurship is now one of a more viable path. Before I was very uncertain if I really wanted to be an entrepreneur or a business person in the future, and now that I've sat in the driver's seat of a business, I know for sure now that I do not want to work for anyone other than myself.
Taking initiative, because in the workforce you might need these skills to do well in your job?
It definitely made me think about going to do business management in college, and it also like made me more comfortable with like creating ideas and going through with it.
Definitely experience in the field of how being an entrepreneur would be, and yeah, great encouragement, kept pushing us to do things that we didn't think we could do.
I think I've become a lot more comfortable talking to people in a business setting, from going to the Seneca showcase to going to the provincial showcase. Getting to meet so many people and learning how to interact with them was a new skill for me.
As a result of this class, I'm pretty good at collaborating, but a big part of my business was a partnership. So me and Jessica had to communicate. I had to lead her, she had to lead me. So it was really a lot of back and forth, but we both managed.
Definitely the versatility with what we can make. Last year, it was more, I didn't know what I wanted to do. This year, I had all the freedom, all the possibilities open to me. I feel so much better in my own shoes. I know what I want to do after high school. I would have never went into entrepreneurship without this program.
Playing the role of entrepreneurship for a lot of these students has empowered them, that they can see themselves differently, that they have figured out where that courage can come from. They have collaborated together. For some of the partnerships in particular, they can rely on each other's skills, perhaps learn from each other. And I think as they move on beyond high school, that they know that they're capable, that they have figured out ways to find the confidence within them and seek out mentorship when they're really having trouble. They know through the challenges that they have journeyed through. Literally, we've been on an adventure. We didn't know what the results were going to be, but I think that they themselves have seen that they're capable. So now they're capable of much more ahead of them. So where do I want to see Flashprint go? To continue on this journey where students start to really create and launch new wild ideas, put them into practice, and see if they can actually launch a business from it. Not just be profitable, but to take on that social responsibility piece too and reach out into the community, make an impact on the community.